Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Nahmaduhu wa nusalli ala rasulihil kareem. So inshallah we're moving on to discuss one other rule before we finish off our ta'keed ma'nawi. What do we have? So again, a quick recap. We have our words, we have our sentences, we have our phrases. And after phrases, we have pronouns. But within the pronouns, after pronouns, we've gone back to emphasis phrase right here. Okay? And this is our summary of our phrases. Okay? So the match and ding, which are the manu'ut and the na', and the ismul ishara, mushara alayh, they match in all four characteristics. Then we have three that match in i'rab only, which are the ma'tuf alayh ma'tuf, mubdal minhu badal, and mu'akkad and ta'keed. Now added in right here, we've done this. And then we have those that don't match in i'rab, possessive phrase, number phrase, and shibhul jumla, the prepositional phrase. Okay. Dhahaba Zaydun. What does that mean? Zayd. Dhahaba Zaydun wa Khalidun. Zayd and Khalid went. Dhahabtu. I forgot to say I and somebody went. How would I say that? Do I simply add Dhahabtu wa Zaydun? Can I do that? Dhahabtu wa Zaydun. That's what we're discussing here. How do you make the ma'tuf alayh a dhamir marfu' muttasil? If the fa'il is a pronoun, either mustatir or baris with the verb. Dhamir marfu', a marfu' pronoun, but muttasil joined to the verb. Whether it's baris or whether it's mustatir, whether it can be seen or whether it's hidden. How do we make this pronoun? How do we make this pronoun ma'tuf alayh? So this is the rule. Basically it means here, you can't simply add waw. What do you have to do? You have to create ta'keed of this verb. So who is the fa'il? Dhahabtu, which means tu is the fa'il, isn't it? What's the corresponding mubtada pronoun to tu? Ana. So you have to say dhahabtu, make that mu'akkad, make this ta'keed, and then it becomes what? Ma'tuf alayh. And then this becomes what? Ma'tuf. Do you understand? So you have ma'tuf alayh and then you have ma'tuf. But you can't say dhahabtu wa Zaydun. What do you have to say? Dhahabtu ana wa Zaydun. Zayd and I went. Okay? Are you following? Do you understand the principle? So the principle is if you have a zamir marfu', what do we have? A zamir marfu' becoming the fa'il. And you want to make that the ma'tuf alayh, what do you have to do? You have to bring a ta'keed of that and then make the mu'akkad ta'keed ma'tuf alayh, then bring the ma'tuf. For example, Lasna nahnu wala antum kafirin. Lasna nahnu wala antum kafirin. Now how do you translate this? Let's go. On the speaker, let's go. Yeah. Yeah.
We are not.
So we are not. So lasna, we are not. Okay. So laysa is going to be what? Fa'lun naqis. Okay, fa'lun naqis. Now, nahnu wala antum.
Ismu.
Yeah. So where does ism start from? The na all the way to antum. That becomes what? Ismu laysa. And the kafirin becomes khabaru laysa. Translation?
We are not.
You say neither. Yeah. For some reason, I think they say you first in English. I was looking for the rule, but I couldn't find it. But I think they say you first. Neither, what can we put here? Neither we nor you are disbelievers. Okay? Neither we nor you are disbelievers. Now, let's break the ism of laysa up. How would we do the ism of laysa? What's mu'akkad? And na is mu'akkad. Nahnu becomes very good. A mu'akkad ta'keed become ma'tuf alayh. And then the antum becomes ma'tuf. Do you understand?
So the nahnu is there just to make it
Yeah.
You translate the emphasis.
That's a bit of a tricky one. The question is, when we do translate the emphasis, don't know. I don't know if we try, because it's there to support mainly. So would you translate the emphasis or not? I personally don't know. Huh?
They don't.
I don't know. I don't answer that question. I don't know how you translate it. I've seen it in a few verses, and it comes in a few verses in the Quran, but they don't seem to translate the emphasis, because the emphasis is there just for propping up. So you could leave it out. Okay, Ji, your turn. Next one. Ji.
ليحفظن هو وأخوه القرآن.
So lam is lam al-ibtida. Lam al-ibtida'i. Then يحفظ is فعل. نون توكيد. جي.
هو وأخوه الفاعل.
Can who be the fa'il, or who is the ta'kid of the fa'il that's inside? Because remember the pronoun, you never say, do you ever say darabtu ana? Is ana the fa'il, or is ana ta'kid of the fa'il?
So هو inside.
Yeah.
As well as
Yes. So you put fa'il dot. Sorry, fa'il and fa'il. Yes? And then the fa'il continues here. Dot. Fa'il. And Quran becomes maf'ulun bihi. And then, what we say here, the huwa in here is what? Well, not the dhanna, but yeah. So here we have. So the huwa in here is muakkad. This huwa is ta'keed. And then obviously separated, but it becomes what? Ma'tuf alay is here, and it also continues across here as ma'tuf alay, because the noon comes in between, isn't it? It also becomes what? Ma'tuf, and then ma'tuf alay, ma'tuf alay, and then this becomes what? Ma'tuf. Do you understand? So the huwa inside, that is what? That's the mu'akkad. And the huwa outside is the, and the mu'akkad and ta'keed become the ma'tuf alay. Translation.
him.
Not him. Him is mansoob pronoun in English. Him is a maf'ul pronoun. I saw him. If it's he came, fa'il pronoun.
Also he
Yeah.
and his brother.
He and his brother
Will certainly
will, inshallah, will most certainly memorize. You left it? You switch off? You left it? Yeah. Yeah. Memorize the Quran. You can off it now. Okay? Memorize the Quran. Understood? G. Ibrahim, are you there? As you go for Jumu'ah today. G, carry on, Bism. Okay, carry on, G. G. Kanu hum wa ashabuhu. Let's just keep first, if you confuse. Kana is what? Naqis, and then the waw in here and the hum and ashabu is what? Ismu kana. And ala hudan is what? Khabaru kana. Okay? Yes? Now break the ism. Khabar of kana is what? Very simple. It was going to be what? Jar majrur. Okay? Yes. And the ism of kana is broken down into what? What's mu'akkad and ta'keed? Waw is mu'akkad. Waw is mu'akkad. Hum is ta'keed. Mu'akkad ta'keed become ma'toof alayh. Wa ashabuhu ma'harf. I'm not going to break up mudaf ilayh now. You're supposed to know that now. If you don't know that, yeah, at this level, then I'm just going to leave those out. No, I'm not going to write it. Yeah, I'm not going to write it. I mean, you should do it in orally, but in space, if you've got basics at this now, if you just miss it out, you're supposed to know that much by now. So, if you want to put a line in it, so you know it's two separate structures. If you know how to write it out, at least put two lines, so you know it's separate, and you can just leave the space. Okay? Is everybody understand what's happening? Okay, G. Hamad. G. You translate. Them is again the maf'ul pronoun. This is the ism, marfu state. In English you have it's in a subject form. So not them, but what? They. The maf'ul bihi is them. So they came, I saw them. So them is a maf'ul form of mansoob form of they, and they is a marfu form. So they and there and there. So they and their companions. Yeah, you're right, mistake. Yeah, it's going to be ashabuhum. Yeah, good, well notice, it's ashabuhum. Ji. Well done, Ji. They and their companions were upon guidance. So they and their companions were upon guidance. Yes? Ji. Who wants to have a go? Next one. Ji. Upstairs, Bismillah. Very good, maf'ulun mutlaq. Because what does it do? It describes the way the action is taking place. Then let's break the fa'il down.
It doesn't have to be the same.
Pardon me. If you got a question on the mic so they can hear the question. G, what's the question?
It doesn't have to be the same. It doesn't have to be the masdar of the same verb.
If it's maf'ul mutlaq sarih, it has a masdar. Remember, if it's ghayr sarih, if kaf, or use a tool, or use a description of the verb, then it's maf'ul mutlaq ghayr sarih. So it's maf'ul mutlaq what? Maf'ul mutlaq ghayr sarih. Yeah, obviously, because remember ghayr sarih means jar majroor, so jar majroor can't be a masdar. Okay? So tamshun, let's carry on. Huh? You can, but they're not here. So waw is mu'akkad. Mu'akkad, antum is a ta'keed. Mu'akkad ta'keed become ma'tufun alayh. And then asdiqa'ukum, mudaf ilayh become ma'tuf. Jamaj. Translation. You creating emphasis. I want to put emphasis. You don't have the, because it's not for emphasis. Antum, as Muhammad was saying, it's not for emphasis. It's more for just to prop up the ma'tuf alayh. So you don't have to create it. You don't have to translate emphasis. So you and your friends walk like a lion. You and your friends walk like a lion. You got it? G. Yes? Correct. Is this to prop up the ma'tuf alayh? Because the ma'tuf alayh can't be a zamir marfu on its own, muttasil. So you have to prop it up. So this is too heavy. This is too heavy for this. So antum is support. Yes? You got it? G, next one. So wow hum alihatum is the fa'il. Then مفعول به غير سري. What would mean be here? حرف صلة, حرف زائد. Is there for what? Emphasis. حرف صلة is also known as حرف زائد, but it's best to call حرف صلة more respectful. Okay? So, I think we call it حرف صلة. Let me explain right now. We call it حرف صلة. That's a more respectful way of saying it, because if you, some books have حرف زائد, حرف جر زائد. What does زائد mean? Extra, excess, unnecessary. Does this come in the Quran? This kind of means. So is it good to say that this word is زائد in the Quran? So then we avoid saying harfun jar za'id, and we say harfu sila for respect. But in books, unfortunately, this is something that has been used, so you can't really change it. So some books have harfun jar za'id, and some books, very few books have harfu sila, but harfu sila is a better term. So if you say harfun jar za'id, it's the same as harfu sila. So harfu sila, and this becomes what? The maf'ulun bihi. And tarkib. So you have here mu'akkad, this is ta'keed, and this becomes ma'atuf alayh, and this ma'atuf. Translation. What do you put neither first? Neither they, neither there nor their gods created. Pardon me, what do you say? Astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah, istighfar. You can't translate mean as from, can you? This mean is not for. What does this mean for? Is it for from or for emphasis? Exactly, you don't translate, you say any. Okay? Understood? So summary of today's lesson is that the zamir marfu is a bit weak. It can't take too much burden. So if you have a ma'tuf on it, then what happens? You need to have a pronoun to support it, a zamir marfu to support it, a separate marfu pronoun to support it. Then you can bring the harf al-atf on it. Understood? Okay. Subhanallah wa bihamdi, subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika. Wa nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta wa nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk.